we're back. Fani, it's good to have you here.
Yeah, I'm back. I survived COVID this time around.
This fucking guy.
Light work. It was nothing to be
Nothing,
scared
man.
of. You guys go do what you need to do outside. I'm just
Vaccine who?
It can get pretty serious. You don't want to affect anyone with that shit.
Yeah, so we took a couple weeks off just to be safe. We've covered the incubation period. Yeah. We're coming back strong. We got a heavy schedule ahead of us today and this week. I believe we're going to be recording another episode later this week. But today we got a long-awaited guest, our first guest on the podcast.
Jeez, I'm really honored, guys.
Our boy Jay Reid.
Thank you, guys. I am promptly planted in the seat next to Fani, dwindling in the light. We're having a fantastic night. Fantastic. This is going to be great. I have high expectations for both of you guys. Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay, all I can say is this is definitely going to be a different episode than usual.
I have goosebumps. It's just so overwhelming.
We haven't done this in a couple weeks, and I feel like we missed so much going on. But fuck, our our list of talking points is pretty slim. But there's a lot to unpack. So I don't know. What do you want to jump into, guys?
I don't know. I guess you could start with the Playboi Carti album if you want. We have a list. This is how we... Okay. But, yeah, there's a list, and this is what we do. We write them down, I guess.
I edit this shit out in post. They're just talking points. This is where we jump off of, okay?
It's a list.
Okay, yeah, Carti. Carti fucking... I don't know how serious it was. I don't know if you could even consider it an album announcement. It was just kind of like a Instagram fit post, and he's like, maybe I should drop another album.
Maybe. Let's see.
Yeah, it's definitely a touchy subject. He might just simply be delirious, because who knows if there's actually an album coming out. Maybe he's just fooling everyone by saying that he's dropping an album but isn't actually dropping an album.
That would be textbook Carti for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be something.
How long did we wait for this? For a whole lot of red?
Years.
It's pretty
2,
wild.
3 years?
Yeah, almost 3 years, but who's counting?
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah, you're counting.
What?
For all we know, he's not even working on an album.
But Drake is dropping an album.
Yeah,
he just dropped the Scary Hours. What was that, Scary Hours 2? EP?
The second one, the sequel. The sequel to the original Hours that were scary.
Yeah, so...
come on, man. That's an instant classic EP right there. That was better than the first
pretty
one.
Good. Yeah, the Little Baby song. The first you got Drake, and Drake's just doing his thing. He makes it seem so easy.
That was his God's plan, hey. That was his
he's making it seem so easy. He's just rapping, making it seem so easy. Then he starts singing on the hook. Now it's Drake featuring Drake, and to
it's crazy.
To top it all off, you got Little Baby going hard as hell.
Yeah, that was a good song. I mean, Lil Baby's dropped a couple verses this year, but that was probably his hardest.
Oh, he went hard.
You got to say the best for a Drake feature, right?
Always.
I'm just waiting for that next music video with all those quads, those dirt bikes, whatever else Lil Baby likes.
Yeah, Lil Baby likes quads and dirt bikes.
I think so. I don't know if I'm talking about the same guy, but I just remember a lot of big booties, some quads, some dirt bikes. More quads, lots of quads.
I'll accept that. Yo, did you guys see? I mean, I didn't watch the Grammys or anything, but Grammys are like UFC fights for me. I just watch the highlights the next day, But I guess he had a pretty moving performance at the Grammys.
Ooh, Lil Baby?
Yeah, he performed the Obama song.
You performed the Obama song? Oh
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
That's crazy, because they're going to perform the Obama song and they're going to perform WAP in the same night.
I know, right?
That's insane.
Iconic.
And then they're going to didn't they give Megan Thee Stallion a Grammy?
Yeah, she's Best New Artist. Yeah. There's a lot of in terms of Grammys, remember last year and the year before when everybody's like, fuck the Grammys, I'm boycotting the Grammys. And the Grammys like, no, please, we're not racist. Yeah. Look at all this diverse artists we have here. who were winning, you know? And I just felt like, don't get me wrong, like, these artists should have been winning these past couple of years, but it felt like it was just like, okay, you're just packing it all up. Like, that's what I mean. They made Lil Baby do the Obama song. They're like, see, we're not racist. We're with you.
Then they give the fucking best new... I guess Lil Baby's not a new artist, but...
He's not a new artist.
I don't even know if he was actually, like, in the...
Is he even nominated
nomination, yeah.
I would hope, because... what's the album called? My Turn was a great album. That's a fucking fire album.
I wonder...
But at the Grammys, you don't really expect any of the actual good rap shit that people actually enjoy.
But this year though, they actually did have like a couple of great albums. I don't know who the fuck D Smoke is or whoever.
Yeah, exactly. Who is that?
Who is that guy? Who is
D Smoke?
Yeah.
He sounds like a philosopher of great proportions.
Probably.
You know, like, but he's probably not as structurally sound as he thinks he is. Just like most men on this planet.
Well,
we're all just victims of our own poison.
I mean, he's got a Grammy nom, and we're sitting in my apartment, but yeah, they had like a lot of great rap albums nominated this year. Like I liked the Nas album; it was pretty good. It was okay. I don't think it was better than Alfredo, right? Like Freddie Gibbs got snubbed so hard, but like
you were disappointed about that one,
yeah.
But
who was
I don't know. I didn't really tap in on
fuck, man.
But I'm just thinking we should make our own Grammys. Because who the fuck are these? Because now I'm starting to think that the Grammys are just a group of people that just vote for what they like.
Funny, it's called the BET Awards.
No, I mean my Grammys. I don't the BET Awards.
The Fannies?
The Fannies, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we can make the Fannies. And then we vote for that. Like, who is this?
And
this
we gotta
is the
make
best. We have our own committee of 7 niggas.
Mm-hmm.
But no one knows who they are, except I guess everyone will know I'm part of it. But who says I'm voting in the committee? You know what I mean?
Well, they'll know.
Just 7
after
strangers.
After the first year, they'll know.
Yeah,
because we'll be verified on Twitter.
Exactly. So we make our own little Grammy thing where we actually, critique the music. But who knows?
Yeah, and Doing Something Podcast will be winner of best podcast,
best new podcast, best podcast, best hip hop podcast,
best podcast duo.
Yeah.
I just had no idea there was a competition.
It's always a competition.
There will be, but we'll win every year.
Every single one.
That'd be great if we were just winning and everyone else was losing. We're winning.
Dude, you don't know how much I relate to that in my life right now. Fuck.
That's fine.
Please.
Everyone goes down that deep dark slump, but then
give me a single W.
Then it turns into a solid gold path to a successful legacy one day.
Or to the city of Oz.
That would be nice too, Right?
Just,
like, what's that redhead's name from that movie?
Dorothy.
Ah, yes. What a beautiful young lady.
Yeah, Judy Garland. She was fine.
So old though. Holy shit! Those flying monkeys used to scare the piss out of me.
I'd still be. Hey, what are you doing over there?
With the witch. And then they threw like acid on her.
I heard
face
the
or
witch
something.
was bad too.
Probably when she didn't have those wart makeup on her nose and whatever else.
And then they had the other chick who was also a witch, but she was a good witch.
The Wicked Witch of the...
No, she was a good witch.
Oh, she was the good witch. I haven't watched that movie in a long time.
She came down.
Time. You guys remember that movie?
Yeah, practical effects, buddy. They don't make movies like that anymore.
I can't really remember.
Yeah, they don't make them like they used to.
No.
I heard they made I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but they got this one TV series called Oz, and it's not what you think. It's about like a penitentiary and like how fucked up the system is there. I'm dead ass. Like
that's wild.
I never watched it, but like I heard.
Yeah, there's this movie on Netflix I was gonna watch last night actually. I don't even know who John Malkovich is, but the movie is called Being John Malkovich. Yeah.
Yo, that's a fucking sick movie.
Yeah, and then I just read the little synopsis. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called the synopsis. I was reading that, and it was like some guys, the puppeteer is selling an excursion into John Malkovich's mind.
So you watched it?
I didn't watch it.
No, you gotta watch it, man.
But then I was like, that sounds so fucking sick. So I was gonna watch it, but then I just didn't end up.
Yeah. It's like a portal into fucking John Malkovich, like literally, like you live as John
Malkovich. I looked at the cast list. John Malkovich is in the movie. I don't even know who John Malkovich is.
I think he's like a
Hollywood actor. That's what it said. It was like a Hollywood actor.
Yeah, he's like won a bunch of Oscars and shit. Like he's like very highly like I don't know. He's got like, you know how like MJ's got like rings. He's got that with Oscars.
But like I haven't watched the movie, so I don't know if it's. But I like how like old movies, when you find old movies that have that like kind of like existential or like just even like that cool concept to them. They were trying that in 1998. Like Truman Show, like that's a cool movie.
Oh, that's a hard movie.
That's I like how they.
Yeah, I watched that in school. Like,
I watched that at school, and I was like, this teacher's woke. Whoever the teacher was.
It was like Miss Wilkie.
Yeah.
She was like, we need to watch this movie. You know, I was like, fuck you, bitch. You know, like there was the douchebag kids who were like, we don't like those type of things, you know? But there was like nerdy kids that sat in the back.
Let's not dox people.
I don't know. We're not docking anyone. He's a nice man.
We're gonna edit that part out.
No, he's a nice man.
It's okay, we'll edit it out in post. It's fine.
We don't have to edit anything out. We're speaking our minds.
Okay, I might leave this.
But, you know, like when you go to school, there's groups of people. There's the nerds. There's the douchebags. There's like the sporty kids that think they're douchebags, but they're just into sports.
Okay, yeah.
And then there's like another group. There's like the outsiders. I think that's what we are. But it's fine, you know? We did good.
You're saying I don't have friends? Or like...
No, none of us have friends.
Yo, but speaking of old movies, how good was The fucking Outsider? And we watched that in school, right? You guys watched The Outsiders in school, right?
I actually didn't. We read the book, and then we had to do like, you know, like the...
Yeah, I watched it.
You know, like when... What's that fucking shit called where like some chick reads it to you like on the projector screen or whatever?
What? Were you in the special ed class?
No,
like the audiobook?
Like
An audiobook?
The intercom, like it comes off. Yeah, the audiobook. That's what we did because no one wanted to read the fucking book because like the kids didn't give a fuck.
Maybe you were. I don't know. Did you guys? There was also that other book, The Giver. Did you read that?
No, I haven't.
Oh, that's a really interesting book, and it's about pretty much. It's a really cool concept. So pretty much. They erased everyone's memories, and then they took away all these things like color. Mm-hmm. Like people don't see color anymore. They don't like it's just all safe. So like people are kind of like indoctrinated. They're safe. They're keeping them safe for themselves. Yeah. Right. And then everyone gets they get their job, like given to them and all this other stuff. And then the protagonist of the story, he is the giver. So when he graduates high school, he has to do the giver training. And the giver has all the memories of...
Oh, so this is like some dystopian
Yeah,
shit.
So the giver has all the memories of humanity, right? And so the giver has to pass on those memories to him. So he gets music back, he gets art back, and he gets all this stuff. But he's like, oh, this is so much beautiful. Everyone needs to see this. But then he also gets the pain of all that. So he gets the war and like death and like all that other stuff, right? Mm. But then he decides that everyone needs to like be able to... see
so
this,
it's
right?
like
But he's not allowed to tell anyone else about this.
It's like a commentary.
Is what you're trying to say? This is how I see it. Like, is it like kind of like he in his mind he just sees something that everyone's like capable of like?
Yeah, no, they took away everything. They took away music from people. They took away like happiness, pain, suffering. All that. So people are like they don't even have colors. So everyone's
blind. They're blank slate.
Yeah, so his parents don't know anything, and then like some babies they don't make the cut, right? So they euthanize these babies.
Oh damn, Sparta shit.
Yeah, and then but the thing is, the people that are like the nurses like euthanize the baby. Like his father, I'm pretty sure his father was like he euthanizes babies, but he doesn't know he's killing the babies.
Okay. He just, don't give the whole book away.
Yeah, so
imagine that, dude. Like you fucking you're born, and then they're like, "This is a shitty baby." Fucking gotta get rid of it.
I don't got it. Could tell.
Thank you for tuning in to Doin Something's first episode of our book club. Yeah, actually, you know what? That book actually reminds me of one of my favorite books, Brave New World. It's kind of like the same thing where like everybody's got a little fucking job in the world, I guess, in the community, and they just like basically like churn these bitches out like in like little like they like grow these babies in little
incubators.
Yeah. It's some next level shit. One of the best dystopian books I've ever read.
I like those. I like that type of stuff. Dystopian or psychological thrillers. Anything that kind of just...
That's just hard.
You know what you would like, Fani? You should read the book The Halloween Tree.
Halloween Tree?
By Ray Bradbury.
Oh, he's the one who wrote Fahrenheit 451.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. I heard about that book. I want to watch. Apparently they had a movie about it. But I don't know if it did well. It's supposed to have like Michael B. Jordan.
And there's another one. There's another book called Death is a Lonely Road, I think.
That sounds crazy.
It's a good book.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy fucking wrote like the Halloween tree is about these group of kids that like go like trick or treating.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what happens, but they end up time traveling and then start seeing visuals of hieroglyphics and shit, and they start like tripping out.
Crazy.
And they go to the Notre Dame and they go to different places all around the world through time.
That's hard.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like super fucking like wild as fuck, dude.
Well,
like it's like you're like caught in a vortex or something if you're reading this fucking book.
Yo, I got one more book suggestion before we move on, but I remember reading this in school. It's called Al Pacino Does My Shirts.
Al Pacino.
And it's like a fictional. It's Al Pacino, you know fucking Al Pacino.
The gangster, right?
Yeah. So like, basically it's like a story about like this person who lives on Alcatraz Island, like when it was still a prison, because like his dad like works there or whatever, right? So they just like had these families, right, where they live on the island, right? Yeah. And so what the inmates do there is they have jobs there, right? So Al Pacino was the one doing his shirts, right? Like, doing his laundry and shit. Oh. Yeah, that's a fucking good ass book, but like.
Yeah, check that out.
Yeah. Oh, like, yo. Speaking of like gangsters and shit, man. I watched this one. It was like a Netflix limited series or whatever the other day. It's called Fear City.
Yeah.
Wait, is that the one I watched? I think I watched that one. It's about like how the mobs controlled like New York City
back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I used to love those mobster documentaries.
It was actually a crazy conspiracy. I don't know if I actually finished it, but yeah, it's like 5 mob families, and they're all like in this one conspiracy to control all of the crime that goes on the city, like all the organized crime, right? Yeah, it's pretty fucking heavy,
That's
man.
Crazy.
And then they got Rudy Giuliani in that bitch, and like now it's just like it seems kind of funny after all that shit with Donald Trump.
You guys ever watch The Haunting of Hill House on Netflix?
That one with the mom, right?
Yeah, I think I watched it a little bit.
Yeah, the one where the mom goes crazy.
I think so. It's like those kids. It's like that. I don't know.
And she kills the kids.
Oh.
She tries to kill the kids.
Oh, sorry guys, I'm just gassy.
Yeah, I watched that one. Oh man, I remember that's when I fucked up.
It was
back.
fucked up because this chick, right? The dad, he's like, son, he's like, we need to stay in here for a sec. It's like fucking 2 a.m, right? And then he's like, what's wrong, daddy? You know, like this fucking little ass kid. And then he's like, oh, mom's pretty fucked up or something, you know? Like mom is not having it. Like she's fucking twisting her fucking spine. She's got fucking scoliosis. Like she's like fucking like she's doing the Exorcist fucking like mucho jacho or whatever the fuck. She's dancing around having a time. But then fucking he's like, okay, he's like, on the count of 5 or 6 or whatever, we're gonna make a fucking run for it. Fucking did the
dialogue sounds intense.
He's like,
no, that was a fucking heavy movie.
And then they fucking run, right?
Show actually.
He's like, fucking run, and then he's like, just don't look, my son, you know? Yeah. He's like fucking, he's like.
You guys ever watch any of those like Conjuring films? I guess there's like a whole like.
Yeah, I've watched those ones.
I think I watched them.
Plots are always so hard for me to remember though.
Well, that's the thing.
There's a lot of the same.
I just remember like the movie poster.
All these fucking like horror movies nowadays are kind of like the same kind of mashed up shit. It's like, okay, you got a ghost movie about like some haunted ass bitch, and like it has to do with a house, a old creepy house. It's like it's all so played out. I watched this one though. It was kind of, what the fuck was it? It's kind of sucked. But it's kind of the same idea. Yeah. Just like this, they get into his house, and then all of a sudden these like ghosts start coming out of nowhere and killing you. It's like, when are we gonna give it up with the ghosts, right? Yeah. Because that's the thing, they all melt together, right? Like I can't tell the Conjuring from fucking
exactly
from
like what's it, Paranormal Activity, all that like
exactly. That's what started it all.
But the
right?
Haunting of Hill House, I watched that.
There's
it was one. For some reason it was so heavy because like the thing is, it is a ghost thing, but like it kind of has this like effect where like the mom, her mental health really just falls off, right? Yeah, and she's got all these kids, right? And then it kind of revolves around the mom's mental health falling off, and the family kind of falls apart. Mm-hmm. And the kids are kind of like, what's going on with mom? And she's like, I have to kill you guys so we can all go to this place, right?
That's what people need to understand. Is like you need to have good direction when it comes to horror movie.
You can't just have some ghosts.
Yeah,
you can't
just phone it in because it sounds campy after a while, right?
There was like this part where like. And, like, the whole family's, like, one of the daughters died, and then they have her in a coffin, and they're in this fucking room. And then shit hits the fan in that fucking room, dude, and it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, there's one. Oh, yeah, that's a.
Don't spoil me. Maybe I gotta revisit that.
No, you gotta watch that. It's on Netflix. It's heavy. It's actually that, and it's not even a movie. It's a show, right? It was heavy. I was watching this. I was like, holy shit, this is kind of. It was stressful, right? It's not just like a stupid horror movie. You're like, oh, okay.
There's pop-ups and shit.
Yeah, there's pop-ups, but like it was kind of like the whole hidden meaning behind the whole thing that kind of made it actually good. Like, it's kind of like that's why I kept on watching it.
It's so
I binged it in one day, and I was like, but the whole time I was kind of like, I had that Black Mirror feeling, like, oh my god.
Yeah, you gotta love a nice horror movie with like a moral to the story, you know.
That was good.
Like, what was that? What was it? Like Pet Sematary. It's just like, what's the moral of that? It's like, don't dig up your dead kids.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Unless you're a grave robber. No, I'm just kidding.
Who the fuck's grave robbing nowadays?
You'd be surprised.
Actually,
the
other day at work,
people are out here burying people with like valuables like that.
It depends where you are. Like if
if you go into those like how people spend like 10 racks on a fucking tomb.
Well, there's
Actually, it's probably more than that. It's probably like 100 racks.
Well, there's people in like villages in Africa and shit that don't even have birth certificates because like they're so fucking old. They don't even know how old they are. Like there's some people out there, they could be fucking 135. Like, and you don't even fucking know it.
Okay, fair enough. You guys keep talking. I gotta go get my cat.
Wow. Shit like that. Like, cause they say that like the oldest person ever recorded was like that Jean Calment, that fucking French lady. She lived to be like 122, and she smoked fucking cigarettes until she was 119 years old. And then people are saying that, cigarettes kill. Obviously they kill, but it wasn't doing justice on her, She fucking smoked fucking like 80 years or something, and then just still managed to outlive like everybody that was ever recorded who has a birth certificate in these days and times.
Some people just keep trooping on, keep going,
Yeah.
And a lot of those people, they can still do a lot of things for themselves. That's kind of the weird part. It's like, what kind of constitutes what you're able to do when you're older? Do you just stay kind of active, or is it your body just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna give up, or I'm gonna keep going?
I mean, it really depends on if you still got 2 working hips.
It's self-destructive. Like, most people that are self-destructive people don't live very long. Like, if you have a common collective mind and you're able to like maintain that your whole life and then also have the genetics to be able to carry you a long way, then you'll live a long life. But if you were fucking destructive for a long period of time in your life, you will not live that long.
Damn, I got another 10 years. Tops.
Because like those people, those type of people that live that long, they don't know what stress, anxiety, and they don't even know what that is because fucking they were never like exposed to like something that was able to make them.
That's another thing too.
Stress.
I was watching
Look at those Buddhist monks that like are apparently just like they're still living, but they're just like mummified in like a sitting position.
Yeah.
And then you just talk to these other monks. It's like, oh yeah, it's my bro Hamilton. He's just chilling. He's been chilling for a while.
And apparently now we're exposed to so much like
there's no
with our phones and all that stuff.
Stimulus.
Yeah, so it's kind of like you kind of just have to. Your brain kind of finds, even if your brain kind of finds something to worry about or like to think about. Because back then, people were doing a lot more.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Like, I like to say, I don't know if you guys have heard me say this. I was like, isn't it crazy how sometimes, like, back in the day, that nigga Napoleon or someone just got up on a horse and said, I'm going to take over Europe. And that's what he did. You know what I mean? He got up one day and he said, I'm taking over Europe. And he went on a horse and he did that shit. You know what I mean?
They did the most.
Back in the day,
they did the most.
People had more freedom back in the day. Like, nowadays, you have to be, like capitalist society and shit. We have to do things to survive.
Yeah, I guess they're not. I guess they're not like shackled by like the kind of like economic system that we live in.
Because if you're not a part of the system, you're not.
Then you could just get off your horse and get on a train, and
I mean, you can still get on a train.
Yeah.
I actually know people who like literally just like train hopped across the country, just hopped in a fucking hopper and just dipped.
I always thought it'd be cool to be a drifter.
That's a pretty dope thing.
Right?
It's like some Clint Eastwood shit. You ever seen that movie? High Plains Drifter?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking pulls up to that town. He's like He's like getting a shave or something. And he fucking pulls out.
Oh, dude, that's so Clint Eastwood. Just getting a shave.
Yeah, this is literally what he does. He's like on his horse. He's like sitting like a fucking piece of Bristol board, just fucking posture, like
Clint Eastwood does. Yeah.
Ta ta ta, you know, ta ta. The horse like galloping, ta ta
Even,
ta.
I was actually watching last week. I was watching a documentary on Jesse James, that outlaw from the South back in the day. Those guys were living crazy lives. They were like just kind of doing whatever they wanted, and they'd have these little gangs of like 3 people, and apparently they would go up to like a gang of 12 people, kill everyone, and then like they said there was this one massacre. It was like 100 people. They said no head was left, like just on a body. Ears were taken out. Like they took heads and everything as a trophy, just so you know people were there. That was the kind of the fear factor kind of thing. Like they instill fear in these other gangs. They're like, okay, yeah, like we killed these men, but we took their heads. We found some guy had his dick in his mouth. All this next shit, right?
Yo, kill me, chop my head off. Don't fucking put my dick in my mouth.
Yeah, it was like some crazy shit like that.
Honestly,
Come
you're dead
on,
anyway.
man.
It doesn't even matter.
Come on, man.
But like, if you've seen that, you're like, oh, these guys are out here like this. And then but like Jesse James, he lived a horrible life, but the myth of him now is of this guy that just lived a free life. He did whatever he wanted to do.
Yeah.
He kind of went against everything. But now it's kind of like, if you want to live outside of the socialist society, you really can't.
Oh, yo, that reminds me.
Unless you like, you know, people that are in prison. I have like this thing. It's like if you ever like get caught for like doing some fuck shit and you go to jail. Like, you are no longer are fucking exposed to standards of, like, what people think you're supposed to be like in, like, society because you're in jail. All that's gone forever.
Yeah,
like, if you're, like, if say if you went to jail for 40 years, you don't have to worry, like, you wouldn't have to worry about, like, what's going on in, like, society anymore because it's, like, totally irrelevant. Like, you wouldn't... Like,
now your world is the jail.
Yeah.
But is that the loss of freedom? Is that really freedom?
It's not freedom, but it's like but there's certain people that would consider it freedom, like outside the real world, if they're an outcast in the real world, and if like they've like
think of like people who are like homeless, and then they're like, I got nothing to do out here. Like this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
If I go to jail for some crazy shit, I'm in there. I got 3 meals.
I have a home. I have a bed.
Maybe I got some friends.
I watched the thing actually. It was this document. It was a little animated YouTube guy, Bento something, and he was talking about this bank robber in Korea.
Okay, yeah.
And he went into the bank, and then he like left. I can't remember. He left a note to the bank teller. He's like, "I'm robbing the bank." All this next shit, and then pretty much, and what ended up happening was. The police came like right away, and they arrested him. And the note that he gave to the bank teller was like, "Call the police. I'm about to rob this bank." The police came. I can't forget what a weapon he had. It didn't work. It was like a fake weapon, anyways.
But did he try to rob the bank though? Is the thing.
Like
you think you get away with that? Like if you're just like, I'm about to rob this bank, and then they just called the cops, and it's like, well, I didn't actually try it yet.
No, he didn't do anything. Like no one was in danger. He kind of just. He was like, I'm robbing the bank. He was like, call the police. The bank teller called the police. This guy had a gun. And then they arrested him. They apprehended him. And it ended up, he had like really bad leg pain. And he couldn't afford it. So he was trying to get arrested. He was trying to go into jail so he could get what's it called? Healthcare. But then apparently they just didn't even put him in jail for that long because he didn't really do anything, right?
Okay. At least I hope he got that sought after.
Yeah, it was really weird. I wish.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Yeah, like think about people who just want to get out of society. Like I just watched a documentary on the Unabomber.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are
familiar
with that story.
I watched that
like,
too.
Yeah, this guy's totally rejected society. He just wanted to live in a cabin in the woods and shit. That's kind of admirable.
He was able to do it successfly, but that guy was really smart.
He was literally a genius. He was in Harvard at 16, dude.
Yeah, they did MK Ultra experiments at him at Harvard.
Yeah, they did some crazy shit on him. Yeah. But like, you didn't have to go make some pipe bombs and shit. But apparently some of the bombs they made were like super intricate and like clever. And,
they're all signature.
It's fucking nuts, dude.
You knew exactly who made the bomb, like everything. They didn't know who made a bomb. They knew the same guy made the bomb.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyways, Soulja Boy and Randy Orton. Y'all hear about that?
Yeah.
But is it a wrestling match?
I don't know. I guess like there's a Twitter exchange between. I hope there's a wrestling match coming because I guess there's a Twitter exchange where Soulja Boy was saying the WWE is fake.
Soulja Boy's gonna be archived.
These rappers are more real than they're more fake than WWE. And then Randy Orton took offense to that. He's like, you couldn't do that. And Soulja Boy's like, yeah, the fuck I can.
So Randy Orton was like, step into my world.
Yeah.
We're fucking real athletes.
Dude,
Imagine.
Dude, I would die a happy man if I seen fucking Randy Orton RKO Soulja Boy. He'd be like, Randy Orton!
What would Soulja Boy's fucking signature move be?
The crank that. Would it be the crank that, or would it be the Superman? Superman's Vince McMahon. It was the Super Vince McMahon. No, okay.
I don't know, Vince McMahon. Fuck,
I'll leave it to the writers. Matt
McMahon. Have you seen Matt McMahon recently?
Who?
Matt McMahon, Vince McMahon's son.
Oh yeah, that boy.
Is it?
Yeah, he's looking older.
His name's Matt?
Yeah, was his name Matt?
No, it was.
I'm pretty sure he's got a couple sons.
No, I think it was Matt McMahon. Let me look it up. Yeah, it was little Matt McMahon. I remember.
Jamie, can you look that up?
The one that wrestled. Like the one that fucking jumped off.
They all wrestled.
Yeah, it's Matt McMahon. He looks
Vince
old
McMahon's
now.
jacked like that.
Who the fuck was he? I don't think it was Matt McMahon.
Yeah, it was this guy. Not this guy. Is that?
What the fuck?
That's not him. Who's that? Vince McMahon's son.
Some politician.
It was like something McMahon.
It was fucking. I know it was
Shane.
Oh, I forgot.
Shane.
I knew it wasn't Matt.
The faux hawk.
Yeah, look at him now though. Like I was watching wrestling at the other.
Yo, he fucking wrestled the Undertaker, dude.
Yeah,
like when Undertaker was like,
you know what's crazy though?
50.
I watched
Matt McMahon.
I watched this thing.
They're both 50.
About WWE and like fucking you know like the Triple H, eh?
Yeah.
Triple H is like married to like Vince McMahon's daughter.
Yeah,
and he's like the chairman.
Yes, yeah, I saw that. That's wild.
Like, dude, you want to talk about like the crazy like you know the families and like politics in the States, like you know like governors who are like you know they're married to like these like mayors and shit like that, and like you know the Bushes. So let's talk about the WWE, man. It's like that's just like you know everybody's fucking each other. Or
fucking Vince McMahon. He's really well. He's richer than Trump, and he was really well connected to Trump during the presidency too.
Yeah, they're like
they wrestled. They wrestled one time.
Yeah.
Well, no, they had Bobby Lashley, which was Trump's guy, and fucking Vince McMahon had Umaga. Right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was, and they were like...
Whoever loses gets a haircut, has to give the other one a haircut.
Yeah, so fucking Bobby Lashley ended up fucking turd smacking fucking Umaga around the fucking ring.
What after Bobby Lashley?
He still wrestles.
He still wrestles.
Yeah, he's
old now.
He's still in it, like, till this day. He's, like, fucking... It's, like,
there's a lot of these guys. I think Undertaker's finally retired.
He retired, yeah.
He retired last year, I think?
I'm not over them just allowing, what was that, Brock Lesnar to beat Undertaker at the fucking WrestleMania. How bullshit was that?
You know who it should have been? It should have been Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
That's the GOAT.
Because, like...
That
was my favorite wrestler. Hey.
It could have been, because I remember they had a first match, and it was like, blah, blah, blah. It was just, you know, it was a long... Every fucking WrestleMania match, it has to be like 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
Max, because it's like dramatic as fuck. It's WrestleMania. They gotta fucking do every fucking move in the book for WrestleMania. They gotta go
pull
all out.
All the stops. It's WrestleMania. It's not no Royal Rumble.
There's like 70,000 people there, so they're like, fuck, we have to fucking make this fucking crazy.
Yo, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I remember watching this live when fucking Shawn Michaels pulled up on from the ceiling or the rafters on a fucking zip line, and he's just like, woo! And he fucking comes in and he like unlatches himself from fucking Sweet Chin's music, whoever the fuck was in there.
Oh, is it when he got like
who the fuck cares?
From, like,
who the fuck cares who's in the ring when you got Shawn Michaels coming in from the fucking rafters on a fucking zip line, dude?
Oh man, Shawn Michaels is my favorite.
They had the craziest entrances, dude. Like people pull up in caddies. It's like, how the fuck you get a caddy in here? Yeah. Where's the garage? Where is it?
Even that crazy ass nigga Jeff Hardy fucking swanton bombing niggas from the top of the fucking ladder.
That's like
onto another ladder.
You know how Edge quit? Like he fucking had to get like triple fusion neck surgery.
Yeah, because he was on.
Because he was spearing motherfuckers like that.
He there was a one match where fucking they put fucking, I can't remember who did it. There was two fucking big goons and they like stretched out fucking Edge like he was like on one of those fucking torture chamber fucking devices from like the rack or whatever. And he's like, whoa! His spine was like sorry. But they were like stretching his fucking spine out. And he was like, yeah! You know, like screaming. And all the kids were like, yeah! Like the fucking, you know, they're like loving it. But they threw him on a fucking ladder. And there's fucking Jeff Hardy, like fucking 20 feet in the air, 80 or whatever, 40 feet in the air. And then fucking Jerry the King is like, oh my god, what is Jeff Hardy gonna do? You know, like,
Jerry the King Lawler,
he fucking jumped, right? Fucking leg drop from fucking right on fucking Edge's head, dude, on the ladder, and then Edge was like discombobulated as fuck. Just fucking couldn't move. He was like retarded after, dude. They fucking sent him to the hospital, got like CAT scans done and shit.
That's what they should do with like famous people is they should send them out to like a WWE weekend. You know, instead of doing like the All-Star weekend, right? It's like we don't give a shit if you can ball. And most of these people can, right?
Yeah.
It's like, let's see you fucking jump off the top rope, man.
That's the crazy thing.
Tossing people in a turnbuckle.
Because even when The Undertaker was it The Undertaker or Kane?
It was both of them.
I think The Undertaker he was choke slamming Mick Foley onto thumbtacks.
Yeah.
Those were real thumbtacks.
Yeah, that was
fun. And even when he got dropped from the top of the fucking Hell in a Cell fucking case, that was real. All that shit was fucking real.
One more book suggestion. Read fucking Mick Foley's autobiography.
Yeah.
Shit goes hard, man. It's like he's you know, he had like so many different alter egos and shit like that. But he goes into all these like crazy stories about like both in the ring and like outside of like the wrestling world. He's got a fucking crazy story, man.
Yeah, I gotta read that one.
Yeah, definitely.
Because the thing is, people say, "Oh, wrestling's fake." Yeah, it's fake, but it's how fake can you get fucking hitting someone with a fucking chair, or fucking like what you're saying when the fucking Edge got fucking
you
got dropped by Jeff Hardy from 20 feet. You can't really fake none of that.
Yeah, back in the day, the chairs. Like
you're probably
early 90s, like you know, like 80s and 90s, the chairs were different back then. They used to have these straps on them, and like when you fucking swung and fucking like hit someone on their back, dude, the fucking shit would like fly off the fucking chair, dude, like the shit. And then it would fucking be the impact of like getting hit by like that shit compared to like the chairs they use nowadays was fucking way worse.
Yeah, no, a lot of that shit was way worse.
Bruiser Brody, like I watched like the shit where fucking him. It was like when Undertaker first started out, they're like talking about it.
Yeah.
And he's like the Texas like fucking bandit or something. He looks like a fucking gimp, right? He looks like fucking Darth Vader's cousin. Like fucking dressed all in black, right? With a mask on. He looks like he's about to get jerked off or something, you know? Walks into the fucking ring. And
they all look like they're about to get jerked off.
Yeah, they look
like someone's walking in and they're looking like they're about to jerk someone off, and then there's another guy who's just waiting to get jerked off.
But literally, he had the worst fucking worst gimmick ever. Like at the time, he just looked like a gimp. Like he just looked like he liked weird shit. Hey man, and they threw him in the fucking ring to like wrestle like the scariest guy.
Sometimes you're a heartthrob like fucking Bret Hart, and sometimes you're fucking who was that one midget with the fucking Hornswoggle with the fucking shillelagh?
Yeah, who was this little nigga? Who's his next guy?
Finley.
Finley, yeah.
Finley, bro. He had that wooden fucking stick thing. He used to fucking peg people over the head with it.
See, that's so funny, and they don't really do it all that much nowadays because it's just like it's so, you know, culturally like, you know, sensitive. But like they used to like back in like the 70s and 80s, they used to pit like, you know, you had this Russian warmonger versus like this patriot American, right? So it's like pitting these like two. It was very political in a sense.
Yeah, they still kind of do that, but not as much.
They don't do it as much because they got more sense.
It was like all American. Or
well, back in the day, like, controversy made money. Nowadays, if you're controversial about anything, you're an asshole.
Yeah, because even like they had like when they had Umaga as a villain or the Great Khali, no one wanted to see the Great Khali win.
Actually, you know what?
But he was just so overpowered. This guy was like 7 foot. He just slap people in the face and they'll die.
WWE has actually been like pushing the boundaries for so long. Like, remember when Vince McMahon dropped the N-word?
Oh yeah, I remember that video clip.
Oh yeah, to Booker
T. Yeah, Booker T.
Yeah. But that was back when people fucking had a ball sack and just like...
That was when shit wasn't, like, that was like 90s TV, man. Like, that's like early 2000s TV. That's
American. That's fucking... That's American shit.
It was really American because you had like a lot of All-Americans and all that next shit going on. But Rey Mysterio, that nigga was...
Booyaka.
619. Oh, Rey Mysterio.
Just think of
They had Rey Mysterio fight the most biggest guys. The Undertaker. He'd always throw down the fight.
That was so
Umaga, the Great Khali.
That was so crazy though. When you'd see him set him up, he'd trip him into the ropes, and you're like, "Oh shit, here it comes!"
And then he did some next.
But the thing that he did there, it's like, how the fuck do you even do that? That's actually like an amazing feat of like, you know, like athletic ability, you know, like just fucking swinging like that.
Back in the day, what I used to do, like I remember, I think it was 2008.
What you used to do?
No, in the game.
Okay,
Raw vs. SmackDown 2008. I used to love playing Rey Mysterio against these really big guys. It would be kind of hard, but it would be always so fun.
Yo, where
you know what was crazy? The taller dudes were really athletic too. Remember, you know how Undertaker's like
the Big Show, dude.
He's
Big
6'10".
Yeah,
he could jump over the fucking top. He used to do that shit where he'd fucking like. He'd like bounce off the fucking ropes and jump over the fucking thing and jump on the person outside the ring. Like,
or like fucking Hulk when he picked up Andre the Giant. Like picked him up over his shoulders.
Yeah,
like,
Andre the
that
Giant.
is literally... That dude is like 3 fridges. And not like fridges, like the old fucking 80s fridges. Like,
it's pretty wild.
Yeah, those guys used to be doing a lot. I used to want to be a wrestler. I used to want to be a wrestler.
I used to be so into wrestling.
They used to ask me what I wanted to do when I grew up. I was like, I want to be a wrestler or a lawyer.
A lawyer?
Or a wrestling lawyer.
Yeah, you just get away with everything.
Yeah, I was like, that shit would look fun as hell.
You're a wrestling lawyer. You just end up defending, what's his nuts? Hulk Hogan in that one case with, you hear about that?
No, what happened? Oh.
It was like one of these like tabloid news outlets, kind of like TMZ, but it wasn't. It was like, what the fuck was it called? Anyways, they leaked his fucking sex tape. But the thing is, the sex tape wasn't with like his wife. It was with his best friend's wife.
Ooh, I think I heard something about that.
Imagine being best friends with Hulk Hogan for like 15 years, and then this video comes out where he's fucking your wife. Oh, Hulk Hogan.
Traumatic.
It's pretty wild.
The Hulkster, brother.
Brother.
He's not your brother anymore.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Man.
Give me a settlement. I don't know. I'd be pissed. Fuck.
I'll be cheesed.
Hey, it's like that's like worse than like when you take your chick to the Salt Bay restaurant and then he just pulls out that fillet.
The thing is, I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, if that was no,
Is that a good transition? That's a pretty good
that was
transition.
a good transition. You seen that video? The Salt Bay putting meat into that guy's,
You know that
guy's
guy,
girl's
right?
mate.
Yeah, he sprinkles shit on people's food.
Yeah, so he's like a chef, right? And he just like chopped up this nice long piece of slimy old meat, and and he goes up to these dudes like chicks at the restaurant, and he'll be like, yeah, like lay back, and they'll be like, eh, and he just like tosses it down their throat, and they're just like, they throat it like that.
Thing is, I was looking at that would rub me the wrong way. I would get. I know myself as a man.
I don't know if
I wouldn't be.
I don't know what would irk me more. It's just like him doing it, or like there's like 20 other people around watching it.
It would be the way my girl acted. It would be the way my girl acted as she took the meat down her throat.
Put it down on the plate.
If she's giving the guy, like in the video that she was giving him eye contact, and then she's like, "Oh my god," and then you're just, oh man, it was just rubbing her.
Because like this dude, he wears these tight ass t-shirts where it shows like half of his bicep, and he's got these gloves on. He's like, "Brah."
You're paying him already.
You're paying him like $600.
He's like, that'll be $750.
No, like some of that shit was like, I seen a bill. It was like $6,228. $90 for fries.
What?
2 fries, $90.
Where are those potatoes from? Mars? The fuck?
And then it's like another price for the Salt Bay experience.
Oh, he charges for the experience.
Yeah, and then you gotta pay that automatic 15%
like,
gratuity.
Yeah, that's I guess that's like a like a meet and greet kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you can go to the Salt Bay restaurant and just watch someone else have their girlfriend force fed, or you can be that guy.
Yeah.
For like $500 more.
I don't know, as a man, would you allow him to put meat in your mouth?
I just say, you know what, just chop it up, Just leave it there. You got some A1. That's what I would do. If
you
even tried that, I'd be like, you know what? Just don't do this. I can eat it. I'm fine.
Yeah, because none of the...
I get it. It's delicious.
At the end of the day, I'm not on no homophobic shit, but I'm a grown man. I can eat my own meat.
No, it's nothing homophobic. It's just like, why the fuck are you doing this? Like, I if you know me, like, I'm just like I'm a peckish eater. Like, I don't eat all at once. Like if I got steak, I'm sitting down, I'm fucking enjoying that shit. Don't shove a quarter of it into my mouth all at once. I get it. It's nice. It's tastes good. But like fuck, like.
Especially if it's about to be the best steak I've ever had in my entire life. Don't shove that shit down my throat.
Maybe an asparagus. Maybe like a Brussels sprout. I don't know. Maybe a spoonful of mashed potatoes. I could do that.
Yeah, but no meat.
I'd imagine the mashed potatoes would probably get pretty good too. $90 mashed potatoes.
It's kind of just like, okay, I get it. You're good at what you do. Are we still talking about the same thing?
Yeah, we're talking about that motherfucker.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys.
But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know if it would rub me the wrong way. If it happened, it happened. But at the end of the day, it would rub me the wrong way if my girl was out here eating meat from getting fed meat from another man. That's just me.
Here's some meat, my lady.
I guess when you put it that way, like, I mean, like, again, like, it's just like, it's 2021. I'm trying to be, a little bit more open-minded and shit with everything, but like, yeah, just put it down on the plate, man.
Put it down on the plate, yeah.
I'm acting like I'm never gonna be at the Salt Bay restaurant.
I mean, I don't know if I would. After seeing this, it seems kind of traumatizing.
I'll stick it to Ruth Chris.
Seems kind of traumatizing.
He's like, nah, we're going to Ruth Chris.
Then my girl asked me if we go to the South Bay restaurant. I'm like, why are you going to go to the South Bay restaurant?
What you mean by that? South Bay restaurant?
But yeah, that All-Star weekend, we had
oh yeah, that
the
was
baby great. And not the baby, little baby and 2 Chainz versus Jack Harlow and the next guy.
Who was that guy?
Quavo.
Was it Quavo?
Yeah, it was Quavo. Apparently, little baby can't play ball, but the thing is, I don't really blame him.
See, that's a fair matchup though, because like 2 Chainz can really ball, right? I guess little baby can't, but like Jack Harlow, I guess he's pretty decent, and
Quavo's
pretty good.
Yeah,
right?
Quavo's good.
Who ended up winning that? I don't know.
Quavo and Jack Harlow.
Oh, of course.
They killed him.
Did you see like
2 Chainz apparently carried it. Yeah, 2 Chainz did carry it.
Did you see like that other game that they did, and like Jack Harlow was just fouling like crazy?
Yeah, I saw it, yeah.
And Drewski's there commentating. He's doing like the in between like interviews.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good duo, Jack Harlow and Drewski.
Yeah, no. Someone on Twitter said that they should make a buddy cop movie though.
Oh, that would be so great.
Yeah, and then what's his name? Drewski kind of did those little eyes.
Oh yeah.
But that would be great.
That would be hilarious. That guy is literally like so funny, and then Jack Harlow is just naturally
funny.
He's a man. Thank God.
Jack Harlow's a charismatic guy.
He's doing what he has to for
he was
for the white guys.
If he was a senator in Kentucky, I'd vote for him. If he was a governor, I'd vote for him. He's a charismatic guy.
Yeah.
Can I get a bit of that vape? I mean, can I get a bit of that vape? Yeah. I know we're doing something and we're having fun.
Hey, he said it. He said the thing.
We're doing something.
I don't know, guys. I'm new, hey?
Yeah.
Like, we have this like thing that we speak into.
You know what? I think we had a pretty good episode overall. Fuck this list.
We still need to talk about life and stuff.
We did talk about life. We talked about art. We talked about music. We talked about
books.
Books, motherfucker.
Yeah, I guess we did talk about books.
We made books.
Yo, we should actually get a book club on the go, man. Yeah.
Read more books. I'm trying.
You can get a subscription to Audible, but we'll read it.
I'm reading the Goodfellas book right now.
The Goodfellas book?
I can't remember what the title is, but I borrowed it from Scott, and I'm like on chapter 2.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm really interested.
You know, one thing I do like actually reading books, but I feel like listening to them is kind of the new wave.
Oh, it's way
more convenient.
Way more convenient. Way more convenient.
But if you want to like just read a book before bed, that's when I'll read a book. If I'm reading a book before bed, you read a couple chapters, you start getting tired.
Yeah,
you
want to fall asleep.
You start getting tired and you go to bed.
Exactly. You're on a road trip?
Yeah, instead of just being plugged into your phone.
You're on a road trip but not your friends, like with your mom or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I'm reading, sorry. And then you pass out.
But no, like, listening to books is actually pretty good.
It's hard to get along with my mother. But it's okay. It's like
your mom, bro.
No, like, she just yells at me like no matter what I'm interested in. She's like, you know, like you know, women. Well, mothers. Not all. No, not all women. Not all women. Guys.
It's okay.
You are. Let me justify what I'm saying.
Well, it's okay. We're gonna have this on post. We can save this for a different.
We do not need to edit anything out.
Your therapy session.
We are in a spiritual realm.
I'm spending so much time editing this tomorrow. I
don't know. Let's talk about something else. Okay. This is
honestly.
I'm gonna give you guys like a.
I think we're almost ready to like wrap it up. We're almost at an hour here, so like.
Okay, say like that's okay. Let's talk about that SpongeBob episode real quick before we fucking.
Okay, Billy.
Okay, time traveling episode.
This is the Billy excerpt. This is the.
All right.
Okay, so what were you talking about?
Okay, so Squidward, he's fucking. Fucking Squidward, he's stuck, right? There's this part in this episode where it's just a blank white space.
Would you call that limbo or purgatory?
I don't know, but there's this blank white space, and it's like it's just a fucking never-ending fucking span of nothingness, right? It's just blank, and then he's running. I just remember he's running, and then he keeps appearing in the same spot, and it's like freaking him out. And he's like, "Fuck," you know? He's like, "Ah," but he's running, and. That's what I imagine. What before the universe was created by the Big Bang, that's what I imagined. Fucking was that was what it was before anything.
Do you really believe in the Big Bang?
Yes, because you know how like people have different interests and shit. Like say if I say some bullshit to Fani, and then Fani's like, I'm not with that bullshit, but I say like the same bullshit to like another person, like, oh yeah, I feel you. Mm-hmm. Everyone's got like their own opinion on shit in life, and that comes from like fucking like this fucking this fucking energy ball of like fucking craziness, like because there's like
that's what the sun is. The sun's on a Big Bang, right? The sun's just
who knows what the fucking sun is. There's so many.
We know what the sun is. It's radiation.
It's just different. There's so many different.
It's compressed gas.
I think like I just imagine like fucking I don't know like percentage wise, like humans created everything. Like we created industrialized equipment to like fucking.
Yo, we didn't even create everything on Earth right now.
Who knows?
Think about that. Oh, dude, I've been watching some.
Yeah.
Every night I've been watching some Ancient Aliens on Netflix now, and it makes you think, man.
It's spooky shit.
You know, you're like.
It's on Netflix now?
It's on Netflix. Like the whole shebang, man. Like there's like at least 16 episodes. Yeah, and like I've been watching that, and it's just like, okay, maybe they did do it,
but there's colors and stuff too, which really this is like the trippy part for me, like because like we're born with like all these organs and shit.
Yeah.
That we have eyeballs,
and
then our eyeballs fucking when we look at shit like this fucking alcohol beverage that Fani's drinking right here is like orange. And shit, like fucking
4K.
No, but our eyes we have irises. We have these fucking things in our eyeballs that allow us to see shit, and then we're just like, whoa, you know, like fucking. Whoa.
You know what I always thought? You know how we got our 5 senses? What if there's definitely senses we just don't have? That we can't even imagine them.
There's colors. Okay, this is gonna trip you out. Like we have all these fucking colors. I did shrooms one time. And I can't even explain what I fucking saw, but I think I just ate way too many fucking shrooms because I was
Or you ate just enough.
I fucking saw fucking new colors on the spectrum. We have the colors that like we're exposed to now when we walk around in life, and then we're like, like there's yellow, there's red, there's orange, there's turquoise, there's burgundy, there's fucking violet, there's blah 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 blah, all this fucking shit. When I did shrooms, I seen different colors, but I didn't know how to fucking. I didn't know what they were because I didn't know how to describe to other people what the fuck I was looking at.
Yeah.
Because it was totally new to me and it tripped me the fuck out. I didn't leave my fucking house for 3 days after I fucking saw this shit. Because
I was watching is it one of those like Planet Earth type beats but it was like the deep sea ones. Cause that's the one I fucked with the most, right? The deep sea ones where you get all those crazy critters.
Great.
And they were talking about this like shrimp that's way down in the deep, and it's got the most advanced eyesight like mechanism on Earth. This shit like one can just go like boop, and one can go like like chameleons, but like way more intense. It's just like I forget how they explained it, but like this shit's got like all these different they can see like all the way around them and behind them and like underneath them all at the same time. Like they're just like basically like in their own bubble. They know exactly what the fuck's going on, so they can catch shit. That's wild.
It's crazy because like what I believe that there's different realms, but not but at the same time I don't believe there's different realms. I believe like if you're caught in certain trances in life and stuff, there's a realm of detention that you can get stuck in, and it's up to like you as a human to get out of like that mindset that you're trapped in. But if you can use it to your advantage too, like creativity wise. Like if you're stuck in like a wave pattern of fucking like despair and like helplessness, you can fucking you can use like this fucking like crazy shit that like is like it's like a fucking it's like a energy spear, like it's like illuminating a force of energy like that like you can't even like really describe. And it's something else.
That's what it's like to chew 5 gum.
It's like,
okay. So this has definitely been our fucking, I'd say, our Alex Jones episode so far.
This is a great episode.
Jordan, fucking thanks for joining us, man.
Oh fuck,
This
you know
is
me.
pretty much everything.
I am out to lunch.
Fuck the
We
book,
went off
man.
the fucking
We're doing
book.
another episode later this week. We can touch on all this. We can get back to our regular scheduled programming. If you've still been listening to this whole shit, God help your soul. But thanks for tuning in nonetheless. As always, check out our socials. We'll be updating regularly. We got another one coming later this week for you. It's gonna be hot shit. I don't know, depending on how long I gotta fucking edit this bullshit. But I just dropped a new track with our boy Titty Pop on SoundCloud. Go check that out. A little something for you to keep you at bay.
Yeah, that was fun.
And we'll see you next time.
Yeah,
Jay Reid, say what up to the people.
Hey guys, we did really good today, by the way. Like really fucking good. I wasn't expecting this at all. You guys are great. Once again, life is fucking pretty nuts, man. There's some simplicity to life. Also, there's some difficult times for like lost souls out there. But just to let you know, it gets better one day. You ain't always gonna feel fucked up, unless like I guess you smoke crack or something. Like there's no coming back from crack. Like if you smoke crack, like you're pretty fucked. Like that's like.
Hey man, Whitney Houston. Oh wait, never mind.
No, she's dead. She's dead. Amy Winehouse, she's dead. Who's the other one?
Was that guy, the mayor from Toronto?
He's dead. Yeah, Rob Ford. Yeah,
he died. Okay.
Okay.
Don't do crack.
Yeah, don't do crack. That's the worst drug you can do. It's worse than meth.
Yo, I need to work on some outro music. Like, I'm just like gradually tuning J Reid out. Anyways, thanks guys.